Good afternoon, Year 4s, and welcome to our art lesson for today. So our learning objective today is to sketch an object. And the big question is, what effect does shade and tone have on sketching? And your success criteria is to copy an image with pencil and use shading and toning to complete a sketch. So let's start with our just checking grid. So last week, what is a self-portrait? Can you remember? Last unit, what movement do we associate with William Morris? Last term, name a feature of Gunther Stolz's weaving. And then last year, who painted this style known as Cubism? So who painted this picture, which is known as Cubism? So today you're going to do something slightly different with your just checking grid. You're going to answer the questions on Teams. So on Microsoft Teams, there is a quiz with just these 4 questions that you need to answer today. All the other work will be done on paper at home. So that'll be the only quiz on Teams for today. So you can either pause the video now and go complete the just checking grid, or at the end of the lesson, you can complete the grid. Okay, so let's begin with looking at what toning is. So you can see that there are 3 different sketches: a sketch of a panda, a sketch of an eye, and a sketch of a man. And they've got different tones and shades. So toning is what artists use to create observational drawing. So something that you look at. So you could either look at a portrait, some buildings, or a still life, for example, a fruit bowl. So anything that you could look at and draw would be an observational drawing. And artists use layers of shading to achieve light, medium, and dark tones. So if we think of shading, if you take your pencil and you slightly turn it to the side, to a diagonal, and you lightly press on your page, that is called shading. And those create light, medium, and dark tones. You may also use cross-hatching to achieve tone. Cross-hatching is when artists use layers of line to create highlights and shadows within a drawing. Okay, so let's look at those 2 different examples. So this is the first one. So this is creating light, medium, and dark tones. If you're shading, you could create these different kind of tones with just one pencil. So in a moment, you're going to pause the video, and I'd like you to draw a rectangle on a piece of paper and split it into 5 boxes. And in the first box, you're going to try and copy the shading of this color with your pencil. And you're going to go a little bit darker, a little bit darker, a little bit darker, and a little bit darker. And obviously, the darker you want to get, the harder you're going to press your pencil on the page. Not too hard that the pencil breaks, but hard enough to make a dark shade. Okay, so have a go now. Pause the video and see if you can create these different shades with one pencil. Okay, excellent. Okay, then this is what cross-hatching looks like. So you get different types of cross-hatching, which uses a lot of lines. So you can see that this one has got horizontal and vertical lines. This one has got diagonal lines. This one has got diagonal and vertical lines. And then these have got curved lines. So again, in a moment, you're going to pause the video and have a go at seeing if you can do some cross-hatching with your pencil. And it's quite quick movements. It's not slow, careful movements. It's done in more of a quick way to create a different tone. Okay, so pause the video now and have a go. Okay, excellent. And then if we just look at this picture, you can see that this artist has used different tones by shading to create different types of color or tones in the picture. So you can see that there's darker tones, and there's some medium tones, and then some really light tones in this picture. And it's all because they've used their pencil in a different way. So what you're going to do today for our lesson is you're going to look at an object and you are going to sketch it, and then you're going to shade it in, but using different tones. So I would like to see your complete picture with light, medium, and darker tones. And you can also try some cross hatching as well. So I've put a picture of an apple on the screen. You do not have to use this picture to sketch. You can look for other items in your house as well. So you might want to do a different type of fruit or a vegetable. You might want to do a mug or a spoon or a fork, or something in your house that you can have on your table and it will stay still and you can sketch it. Then when you are done, you can send your pictures to the Year 4 email address. It would be really nice to see some of your work today. There are also some activity sheets in the art folder in Teams. So if you'd like to complete some extra sheets today, you can complete those as well. But the main thing that you need to do is to do the just checking grid on Teams and then sketch anything in your house that you would like using different shades and tones. And if you wouldn't like to draw anything in your house, you can use the picture of this apple. Okay, so have fun and enjoy having a creative afternoon.